People love Jasmine Crockett. People love Eric Swalwell and the like. And I think that the Democratic Party should put the people out there who the people want. They should put the politicians out there who the people want, who they're asking for, who are meeting the moment with the same energy that
they're not asking for AOC.
Yes, they are.
The people you party with
No. The people I party with don't like AOC.
Oh, please.
No, they don't at all.
Well, most people don't.
But
she's
AOC,
very far left.
Let me tell you why I'm saying that.
Is this. When I first became a public defender, I had no criminal defense experience. And I walked in and I told my boss, Charlie, I said, listen, you should hire me. He said, why? I said, because I'm black. Charlie looked at me like I was crazy.
Person Crockett is part of the new trend where informality is okay, where formality used to reign. Okay, fine. That's been going.
A podcaster talks or some shit. Fuck it, man. Can you imagine, I don't know, Obama saying, man, dude, this shit is whack and fuck it. Just slap me. I'm fucking over it. I mean, come on.
Bill Maher torches Jasmine Crockett. More TikTok than tacked Bill Maher just roasted Rep. Jasmine Crockett on national TV. And he didn't pull a single punch. He clowned her like she's some TikTok influencer cosplaying as a lawmaker, not a serious voice in Congress. But Maher didn't stop there. In his latest sit-down, he went straight for the jugular, slamming the Democratic Party's obsession with viral stunts over real strategy. And when the topic turned to identity politics, especially around trans issues, Maher warned that performative pandering isn't just bad optics, it's political suicide.
Trans people filming us in the bathroom. How many of these trannies are taking selfies? These men are taking selfies in women's spaces, in the bathroom. It's gross. It's disgusting. So if we're going to talk about civil rights, let's talk about the rights of women in this country and how you are stripping them away every single day. And you're doing it in your legislation. You're doing it in your messaging. You're doing it on X. You're making women feel unsafe in this country. And you're making the opportunity for women and girls to be raped, to be sexually abused in this country even greater than they've ever been. So don't come over here with your attitude and talk to me about rights when you're trying to take my rights as a woman, a rape survivor, away. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield.
Bill Maher didn't hold back. He brought receipts. Maher laid it all out, plain and brutal. The Democratic Party is choosing loud personalities over sharp minds, and it's dragging them straight into chaos. This wasn't some off-the-cuff rant either. Maher came blocked and loaded with receipts. With razor-sharp precision, he called out figures like Jasmine Crockett and AOC, arguing they're chasing viral fame instead of meaningful results. It's performance over policy, and Maher made damn sure nobody missed the message.
How we got there, because I tried to make it clear how many civil rights, it doesn't just boil down to one conversation, but I can see that somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or
Do
not
call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those emails
I have broken
actually
more
have
glass ceilings than you
Chairman,
ever.
I am reclaiming my time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a child.
I am reclaiming my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not in order.
Order.
Point of order. Point of order.
Order. Chair recognizes Ms. Crockett.
No, point of order, Mr. Chairman.
State your point.
Is it allowed in the rules for a member to incite violence against another member? I mean, she wants to take it outside with.
Hey, I have the First Amendment right too,
and
young
so
man.
I'd like those words to be taken down. I am moving to have those words taken down. I believe it's against the rules.
Going outside doesn't incite violence.
Another
you have a conversation that isn't.
The committee will suspend. The member will state the words he wishes taken down.
Rocket in the crosshairs. No filter. No mercy dust. When you thought it couldn't get any juicier, another guest jumped in and went scorched earth on Jasmine Crockett. No sugarcoating, no political correctness, just straight-up truth bombs, each sentence a mic drop. The critique was raw, direct, and brutally clear. And when Crockett finally responded, she did exactly what people have come to expect, raised her voice, dodged the substance, and spun it all into a chaotic spectacle. At some point, hitting 40 and still mistaking loudness for leadership stops being empowering. It's just cringe. If the Democrats don't pit it soon, this influencer-style politics could blow up in their faces. And just when the dust started to settle, enter Don Lemon.
AOC. People love Jasmine Crockett. People love Eric Swalwell and the like. And I think that the Democratic Party should put the people out there who the people want. They should put the politicians out there who the people want, who they're asking for, who are meeting the moment with the same energy that
they're not asking for AOC.
Yes, they are.
The people you party with
No. The people I party with don't like AOC.
Oh, please.
No, they don't at all.
Well, most people don't.
But
she's
AOC,
very far left.
Let me tell you why I'm saying that. Because because people will vote for AOC and Donald Trump on the same ticket. Because they're authentic. No, because they're authentic.
I don't think that Don.
I think you're wrong about that.
What people like about people like Trump and Fetterman is because it's irrelevant to her life.
But you don't know her life.
I know that being a gorgeous woman who I wouldn't even know was Hispanic in a city that has 1 million Hispanics and does not treat them badly.
But that doesn't mean she doesn't struggle. That doesn't mean that she was set down.
It implies it.
But that doesn't mean that she was set down in a Hispanic ghetto in the Bronx and had to deal with that growing up, and that she's come from a working class family.
It implies that it implies that in some way she's behind the 8 ball because of that, and it's just not true. And so
I don't know if she's behind the 8 ball, but I don't think she's as privileged as many people who are in Congress right now.
She's not privileged or not. She was a bartender.
Yeah.
So I was a delivery boy.
But I'm saying sometimes, Bill, you don't agree with Donald Trump's policies.
No.
But that's what the people want.
Some of them.
Whether you like her or not, I don't like what she did with Amazon in New York. But I think AOC she's a Democratic icon.
Well, she's the wrong. If you think that's the direction the country should, the Democratic.
I'm not saying the policies that she espouses that's the direction, but I'm saying that you have to give the people who are out front speaking for the party, not the people who are.
If you think
she's evolving,
yeah, she's evolving, and as we all are,
and she is moving into
right.
She understands the game a little bit more. And if you notice, she is sort of becoming a sort of normal kind of Democrat in many ways.
Yes.
I think she's evolving.
Okay, great.
She's a very smart tactic. She's very smart.
Let's get behind that. Another one.
Don Lemon gets smoked. Bill Maher delivers a verbal Nakutand woe. Don Lemon got absolutely smoked. When Bill Maher dropped a truth bomb, Lemon didn't even have time to blink. It was a verbal knockout. Let's be real. Don Lemon might be one of the most disconnected voices CNN has ever put on air. The guy keeps doubling down on half-baked takes while hyping up people who clearly aren't cut out for real leadership. It's like he's stuck in an alternate universe where bad takes get celebrated and facts are tossed aside like yesterday's news.
What we have right now is that if we continue down this road, then we will not have a rule of law, because we have people that are currently serving and they're saying things like, ignore the judge's order. What it means to have law and order in this country is that you follow the order and you go through the appeals process, even if you dislike what the judge did. Thank you. And I'm
going to note that when Miss Ocasio-Cortez, or AOC as we know her, filed articles of impeachment on Justice Thomas and Alito, Ms. Crockett was one of the co-sponsors along with Mr. Cohen, both members of this committee. It does seem interesting that when the shoe is on the other foot, everyone is self-righteous.
Wow.
And I think this is a good example. For the last 3 hours, I have had to listen to one side talking about impeachment as though it was the nature of this hearing.
The party's losing its grip. Don Lemon refuses to see the truth. You can tell the party's losing its grip when even Don Lemon refuses to acknowledge what's right in front of him. He keeps cheerleading for the same tired faces, the same loud personalities, acting like we don't see right through the whole charade.
Is part of the new trend where informality is okay, where formality used to reign. Okay, fine. That's been going on since the 60s. So her routine is that she wants to bring a little bit of what I might quaintly call the ghetto cat fight into these spaces. I get it, bring a blaxploitation movie or something into Congress. great. Work it. But you do not make fun of the fact that somebody lives their life in a wheelchair. That doesn't work. If she thinks that being black and fabulous gives her a pass on that, then she's got a really unfortunate sense of what black is.
Well, what do you think, Ricky?
I think
The silence speaks volumes. The left's drama over real change lets not pretend everyone around Jasmine Crockett is proud of this mess. They're just too scared to speak up. You can feel it. The silence says it all. People are fed up, tired of the same broken record policies wrapped in flashy slogans. The left's been playing this tired game for decades, piling on drama instead of delivering real change. Now, listen closely to what happened right after Maher brought up Crockett. The way he clapped back at Don Lemon was savage. No filters, no fluff, just clean-cut truth that hit hard and left no room for spin. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Crockett doubled down. Instead of reflecting on the criticism, she came out swinging, but it wasn't with facts. It was with deflection, shade, and drama. She started tossing out buzzwords, playing the victim and twisting everything into an emotional performance, like she's auditioning for a reality show instead of representing real people.
This is just an example of when they go low, we go lower. And the Democratic Party is going to lose if they try to use kind of MAGA world tactics back at them. I think that if the Democrats want to succeed in the future, they need to be the party that is normal, that are stand-up people, that do not take the cheap shots back.
But I don't know. I'm not that upset about it. I'm really not. You know why? Because I'm a big fan of Family Guy. And they have... Am I wrong? Every week. I mean, one of the characters, Joe the cop, is in a wheelchair. And every week there's 20 jokes about him being in a wheelchair. And nobody died. And like, I just think everybody has to, like, lighten up a little. Yeah, it's terrible to be in a wheelchair, but, you know, it's not like it's news to him. And I don't know. I'm a free speaker.
I adore Family Guy. I've seen every episode. But that wasn't a cartoon. This is real life. And she was saying it with dismissive hostility as opposed to the cartoonish, we can get away with it because we're drawn. Jasmine Crockett is not drawn, and neither is Abbott. I see a distinction, although I see what you mean.
Okay.
Party, quietly whispering the same thing. This ain't it. It's becoming crystal clear. The longer the spotlight stays on people like Crockett and AOC, the further the party drifts from what actually matters. And if no one puts a stop to this soon, they won't just lose the next election. They'll lose the people for good.
Quote I thought was apropos of what's going on the left. And by the way, if you watch the speech, I saw mostly the clips of it, and mostly it was people in the audience, the guy with the cane, people with, like, paddles. Oh, there's the cane dude. And then there's, okay, we're you know, here's our pussy hat uniform. And these, you know, looks like you're at a auction signs. I mean, it was, John Fetterman called it a sad cavalcade of self-owns and unhinged petulance. I love him. I thought he should have won last week. The Democrats seem so lost. And here's Jasmine Crockett, who is, I thought, a big leader in the Democratic Party. Her quote is, "This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up because I'm ready to get on with it." On with what would be my first question. And also, this is the way this is like how a podcaster talks or some shit. Fuck it, man. Can you imagine, I don't know, Obama saying, man, dude, this shit is whacked. Fuck it. Just slap me. I'm fucking over it.